When I was a kid, we were at the water all the time, swimming, playing, everything. We had a house on the river that I grew up in, and so we learned to swim at a really young age. And so my sister and I were always into water sports. My dad put us on a ski team, and our lives just centered around things at the water. We'd go to Schlitterbahn all the time, tube raft. We had to take kayaking lessons. And I think by 3, my sister and I were good swimmers. So basically, our entire childhood was revolved around swimming and water sports. So growing up on the river, a lot of times we would just have our family in town to go do stuff on the water. And holiday weekends on the river were a big deal. People would come in from all over the country to float the river and enjoy their Memorial Day or 4th of July on the water. And so growing up there, you just expect this massive crowd on the weekends that had those huge holidays. And so this one year, 4th of July, I think it was like 2001, my whole family came in town and we spent the Saturday of that week down at our homeowners park. And so it was a huge weekend. The river on these 4th of July or Memorial Day would just fill up from bank to bank with tubers or rafters, and so it'd just be as far as the eye can see. All you could see was tubers or rafters, and you couldn't even see the water, and I was just fascinated by that as a child. So this holiday weekend, we're all down at the homeowners park. There's rafts everywhere, people, and all my friends and family, we were there, and we would just swim, the kids, we would swim out across the water and thought it was so fun because you'd have to weave in and out of the rafts and try and make it to the other side. And it's probably like 20 yards or something because on the other side there was this rope swing, and it was totally trespassing, but it was really fun as kids to try and swim across and do that. And so we'd been doing that like all day, and it was fun. You'd sometimes have to swim under the rafts and try and move people so you could get to the other side. We'd have races. And this one time we went down and we were trying to swim across, and I got separated from my sister, but I was fine, and I was like trying to get in and out of this tube group, and then I look up and I just see a raft right in front of me, like a 12-person raft, and I was like, shoot, I'm gonna have to swim under it, which was fine, totally adventurous as a child. And so I went under it, and I know that it's probably so long, so my hands are on top of it trying to feel for where the end is. And when I felt for the end, I couldn't come up because there was a raft right next to it too. And so I'd have to keep swimming underneath. And I was getting kind of scared. I was 11 and I didn't have enough air. I probably couldn't hold my breath that long. And so I started banging on the top, and I was freaking out because I thought I was going to drown. And so I'm screaming underwater, and so I take in this huge gulp of water as I'm trying to scream to get some attention, knowing now no one could hear me. So I'm just banging, screaming, and then that's it. That's all I can remember. Everything went black, and I took in a lot of water, so I lost consciousness. And as I was under, I just remember seeing my family in the cloud, this 11-year-old imagination, and then I woke up, and it felt like it was just an instant. I saw this glimpse of my family in a cloud, and I woke up on the side of the river, and my friend's dad, Mark, had pulled me out, and I told my parents I just saw them as angels, and that day I thought I almost drowned and saw a picture of heaven.